This is Tom Dillon, the Lifetime Liberal, and today is a Wednesday, October 28th, 2020. The title of this rant is A Novel Idea for the Red States. Why don't you just vote for Joe? What have you got to lose? So a little, except for your life. A little take there on Trump trying to get the black vote in 2016, talking about how terrible Bill and Hillary were, and basically saying, vote for me, what have you got to lose? Well, in the red states right now, what you have to lose is possibly your life. So from the recent thing that I saw, there has been, in the last week, 44 states have seen an increase in their 7-day average of coronavirus cases, and 31 of those states have seen an increase in hospitalizations. And the top states that are showing an increase are all red states. So if I take a look right now behind me here, the paywall of the Washington Post, we see that North Dakota and South Dakota, their 7-day rolling average of daily new cases reported per 100,000 population is 104. They're the top. So it's good to see that the Dakotas are number one in something. So we go along. Wisconsin, 73. Montana, 72. Wyoming, 56. Idaho, 53. Utah, 50. Alaska, 48. Nebraska, 43. Iowa, 43. Tennessee, 39. All red states except for Wisconsin, where the Democratic governor of Wisconsin can't do his thing because the Republicans in the House and Senate in Wisconsin are suing him, saying he can't do anything to protect people from COVID. So, and of course, the thing is, these are all rural red states with, let's say, rural red governments. And they were warned at the beginning of this that COVID would reach them. And now this is what is happening right now. They were warned greatly. Now, if I just take the inventory of the great state of South Dakota and its Republican, let's say, / libertarian, if you want to call it, Governor Kristi Noem is basically indicating that it is not her responsibility for anything in the state. A recent article by a right-wing publication talked about Noem and talked about the great state of South Dakota as being a fortress of liberty and hope, protected from the grasps of overbearing politicians. And so this laissez-faire libertarian viewpoint that Kristi has adopted, which is the of all of these the red states, all of these Republican governors, is that she accepts absolutely no responsibility to require masks in the state. She accepts no responsibility for workplace protections, especially, let's just say, in meatpacking plants. No responsibility for workplace protections in the nursing home industry in the state, or in the prisons, where they've all seen a tremendous outbreak of COVID-19 cases. That article continued a little bit further on to praise Governor Kristi Noem, who, let's just say, provides for individual trust and common sense to direct its citizens' choices. So what we have here is a governor who knows the science, totally rejects the science, knowing that an individual or individuals who are asymptomatic, without knowing it at all, can spread it like wildfire throughout that state, is accepting absolutely no responsibility for this. And this is the way it is with these Republican governors. And we can go back to DeSantis in Florida, and we can go back to Abbott in Texas. But in the red states, in these rural red states, they're throwing this stuff out, and it is going to get much worse there. So I say to my sisters and brothers in those Republican red states, Midwest, Upper Midwest, why don't you just vote for Joe?